we're entering a new world where you can think through problems really quicker because you have a buddy who can analyze things quicker than you can.
Right.
So brainstorming is becoming so easy, where.
And then you can brainstorm on the results of your brainstorm.
Exactly.
You back in and you ask for more detail, more precise, or play those what if scenarios that, I don't know if you've ever done like the Monte Carlo simulation or seen some of that software that does Monte Carlo. I can just ask AI to do that now. I can plug in the variables and 4 or 5 different risks and say, what's the most likely, what's my mean of these happening, or what's my risk distribution, or what if this one happens, what effect does that have on that one? The interrelationship of risk is interesting to me.
Yeah, I think my wife cracks up at me nowadays because I'll come downstairs and be like, I had a good conversation with ChatGPT today.
Have you named your GPT?
No, I've not named it. But yeah, like she just cracks up because I'm just like, I'll just go back and forth. Once you learn how to use it like that, like a back and forth, kind of just spitballing ideas with it, it actually really does help.
Truly, it's I've used it so much. I get stumped in writing, or how do I want to craft something? I feel like, all right, give me 3 talking points if I want to write a blog, and then I write the blog, and then I can feed it in there and say, how would you make this better, or how would this be more interesting, or can you add something funnier than me? It never can. I mean, nothing, but close, right? But it's amazing what it can do. But then you think, well, what risk does ChatGPT introduce? When we think about flawed research, or there's all of the ethical concerns that come out of is it plagiarism? Is it what's the accuracy, and what's the reliability of what we're getting out of that thing?
Which is why, like when it comes to risk management, you gotta follow up with it, and you can't take everything it says to you and like it's gold. You just gotta, like I said, that's why I like to use it for brainstorming. And then if I'm writing an article, if I'm doing something, I'll brainstorm, I'll use it, and then I do what I have to do, whether it be building a course, building an article, building whatever I'm working on. But I like to use it, like I said, purely mostly for brainstorming.
I have a tendency when I create courses, I like to outline in Excel so I can move stuff around and insert rows, and I can make chunks and sections. And it's always been kind of a headache for me to take that and then put it into PowerPoint to get my slide, like my main lecture slides. So I just grabbed the text and put it into ChatGPT, and I said, I want these to be PowerPoint slides, and I want every other slide to be a black slide that tells me I'm at the end of a lecture, and I want these to be with the title slide, and to use this font. And it just did it. It was amazing, and I just loaded it and opened it, and it was done, ready for me to start creating content. It's just brilliant. Like that would take an hour to do that manually, and so I think we're seeing this acceleration of tasks. But what's the downside of that? What's the risk of that? I mean, it's you don't need a guy like me, or and then what's that do to project management? I mean, you think project management will go all AI?
I can't see it because I still think you need that personal side of it.
Right.
Because like I said, it'll get you so far. Yeah. You still need someone to direct the traffic. Type deal. So I think that even right now, I use it for like building meeting minutes.
Yeah.
Something that took me, if I had 4 meetings during the day, you're looking at, depending on the length of the meetings and what was going on, you're looking at 4 hours of probably meeting minutes that I have to put together.
Right.
And
you use the little voice recorder and then dump it into.
So now it's like, you use the AI, it builds it, you kind of go through, edit, like, no, that was me, I said that, not John. You're like, whatever, and you go through, and then you send it out. Now, it takes me an hour to get those 4 meetings. I have 3 hours where I can actually do my job.
Do work, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
totally.
that's what I think is going to help project manager is we're going to get away from some of those small tasks that kind of just ate up a lot of our time.